Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Livewire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Livewire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
What's good, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Livewire Sports Media. All right, so Sydney Colson, the one and only, all smiles, joking veteran leader. She arrived in Indiana yesterday. She got her jersey. She greeted the players. She greeted Kelsey. She greeted the coaching staff. Keith Porter, she even greeted Caitlin. And sometimes I usually do a video of the showcase. I'm not going to really do that video, but I'm going to jump into the video of her doing her interview. And it's a 5-minute segment, and I got it off her, shout out to the Indiana Fever website. And Scott Angus, he posted on his YouTube channel too. But nevertheless, one thing I want to say, when it comes down to talking to the media, Sydney Colson nailed it. She answered the questions. She was jokingly. She played with the media staff. That's how you handle the media. That's how you talk to the media. That's how you really engage. That's how you make them feel welcome to be able to ask questions, even if it's uncomfortable questions. Not having a chip on your shoulder or not being upset or having some bitter tape. And the thing about it is, Sydney laid out everything in that video because we wanted to know why she was chosen to Indiana, why she was able to come there, why she wanted to come there, her attitude about. She said that she didn't even care if she played 10, 8, 2 minutes. She wanted to give the same type of energy that she gave to all the other teams that she had played for. That's the kind of attitude that you need when it comes down to being on the Indiana Fever. She gave shout out to all the new acquisitions that came. She is cited there. But I'm not going to even waste your time any further. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let y'all listen to the video, and then I'm going to dive into what I think going forward and everything.
What made the Fever the right choice for you in free agency?
A lot of things. It was Amber and Kelly, Stephanie, Kelsey I played with at Athletes Unlimited for several years. Love Caitlin's game, love Aaliyah's game. It made sense. I made this decision mentally before DB and Natasha were even a part of the mix. And so all the new additions, Breezy, Sophie, it's gonna be a fun season. And I won here my senior year at Texas A&M. We played in Conseco. When it was Conseco, we won here. So it just felt like divine timing to come back.
You said they helped win you over, but you've been around the league.
Yeah.
So you've had a
Hold on now, I don't like how you said that. I'm just
Well, you've had the experience.
Yeah.
Where you have been able to pick places too.
Yeah.
And absorb it. So how much did that set up your own mind in thinking what you wanted to get out of trips with new team?
Well, Stephanie just talked to me about how she saw me fitting in as a piece on court for the team, and that was really important to me. Like you said, I've been in the league. This is my 14th season out of college, and I've never been considered a lot in free agency, and so for her to see my value, it meant a lot. How she was, working me in to be a part of the team, and I said I want to play on court more in my last couple seasons in the league if I have that. So this was just the right fit. It felt right.
What do you see your role being with this team then, given the roster that you're coming into?
I think similar to other places where I've been. I'm bringing veteran leadership, knowledge, energy, swinging the defensive momentum, and just being that person that's dependable. And I'm going to always come in and do my job, and I'm going to be happy in my role, and I'll thrive, whether it's 8 minutes, if it's 15 minutes, if it's 2 minutes. I'm gonna play hard and get everybody involved, and I want to win ultimately.
What have been your impressions of the people and the facilities that now will be home?
I'm super excited about it. I'm going from a team that was a very in the media, like people are excited to watch us, into another team that is arguably the most talked about team in sports right now, especially in women's sports. So this fan base, it's exciting to be a part of a team that has a lot of positive energy around it. You know, I hear and see the things that people say, but I know the true Indiana Fever fans, the ones that love basketball, that they love the WNBA, I'm excited to be playing in front of them and just with this team.
What do you anticipate it being like to be part of all these sellouts and being the biggest show on wherever you go now?
I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be remarkable. And what I always thought about when I was on a team that wasn't getting that kind of visibility, whenever you go play the teams that are, that's when you bring your best game. Because now it's all eyes on your team too, and people, you know, hopefully will be tuning into our games and seeing players from other teams that they like, that are exciting, because there are a lot of good players around this league. So I think what we're going to be able to do, what the Aces, the New Yorks, what we're able to do is elevate the game and get people to respect our entire league, you know, not just a few teams.
What can you take from a team that just won championships to here? What did you learn from that experience?
Just like the work ethic, how to persevere, not getting too high or too low, and just playing as a team, and it can make all the world a difference to win. And got a very hungry team here. I've said several times, a lot of people didn't want to see Indiana after their All-Star break, how they came and finished the season. Nobody wanted to see them in the playoffs. So I'm excited to see that group back, but also adding in a lot of veteran experience and a lot of winning veteran experience.
They're going to leave this sign up forever?
Huh? I hope so. Do you have a problem with it if they do?
No, I was thinking that would be a good welcome.
I like it.
When you've got a lot of players from a lot of places coming together in sort of a new look to a roster like this, what's the secret to making this all gel ultimately when it comes time to put it together?
Well, I think that everybody asked the questions that they needed to ask in free agency, and they trusted what they heard. And so now it's just about everybody showing up and doing the role that people expect you to do. If I'm known for my defense and playmaking, I have to come in and do that. People are expecting certain things out of you. The coaches are expecting certain things, your teammates are. So it's just being a professional, showing up and doing your job so that everything can gel together and come with a good attitude so we can make it work.
Did you talk with Tyler or anything to get the lay of the land with Indy or anything like that, or Kelly from Texas A&M?
Yeah, Kelly texts me a lot. She sent me a picture of A&M stuff when I was making my decision, and once I had made it, and you know, it's cool to have another Aggie around, but you know, I think they'll be showing me more as time goes on. But I'm super excited to be in the city, to be in the community. You know, just showing that we care, that we want to immerse ourselves here, and you know, I think they are welcoming us with open arms.
What was it like to watch what Caitlin did for this franchise from afar? Different perspective.
Yeah, no, it was nuts. There's no other way to say it. It was nuts. I think, you know, you're seeing a team that's now affecting the economy in the city. You got people coming from out of town, out of state, out of the country, maybe even to see games, and so that's special.
You've been studying.
Huh?
You've been studying those studies.
Yeah, man, I try to pay attention, but no, it's been cool to see. Caitlin's a remarkable player. She's going to be good here for a long time, so I know people are excited about, you know, her future here.
All right, so what you just heard was a 5-minute clip of them asking Sydney Colson all detailed questions and the answers and stuff like that. And the thing about it is, Sydney knows how to handle the media. She knows how to handle the media. That's how you really handle the media. That's how you answer questions. She even joke with the media person and everything. And that's how you deal with it. That's how you answer questions. You don't have to, and you could tell she's a veteran. She's been through this for many years. And like she said, her time is getting short. So she wants to come to a place where she can be appreciated and she can win a championship. And if she wins a championship, you know, everything's good for her, you know what I'm saying? But she wants to come and contribute and help the young talent that's on this team with Caitlin, Lexi, and Leah, and Kelsey, elevate their game even higher to what it is. They always say in basketball or in sports in general, a person has another gear, and when you go into the off season, you work on certain things to make you better. Then you come back and you elevate it even higher. And just having the veterans on this team is going to show so much poise and impact. And she understands it. She understands what Caitlin is, what Caitlin is about. Don't make no mistake, man, because these players in this league they know. And see, now when you come in, when you come in and you're playing on a team with Caitlin, now you got you thinking in your head like, oh my God, she is really who she is, and not what the media or what all these people texting or saying these negative comments about. She's ready to contribute. The one thing I love what Sydney pointed out is doing your job, regardless of what you come in it for. If you came in it for defense, that's what they expect you to do, play defense. If you came in there to be a shooter or scorer, then there's going to be a place for you to add to the offense. Or if they want to implement certain things, everybody has to come together, because that's the only way it's going to survive and carry on from that standpoint. Like I said, there's so many different takes in this interview that Sydney laid out, man. I can't express much how refreshing it is to see somebody come in and handle the media the way she did. And the one thing about Sid, she's a comedian. She does skits and stuff like that. And plus, she also is funny. She has one of the biggest, brightest smiles that you can see on a person. And you never know if she's serious or she's joking. Like the guy was asking about the banner in the background. She said, "Are they gonna take that out?" She said, "Are you gonna have a problem if they do?" And she just started laughing about it. But then she told him, she said, "I like you. I like you." You know what I'm saying? So that's how you handle the media. That's how you handle it. And like I said, she understands the trajectory of what Caitlin has done. Caitlin has boosted the economy, not just for the Indiana, but for the WNBA. Then, like she touched on how people come from different states, overseas, international, just to come and see the Indiana Fever. Like I said, it's the greatest show on hardwood, just like the LA Rams back in the early 2000s, the greatest show on turf. That's where the Indiana Fever is, and she understands that, and she's going to. Now, she did also participate last night, and she was at the Pacers game, so they show her in the crowd and everything like that. And then, like I said, she got connections with Kelly and all of them. She played at Texas Tech, and she highlighted when the stadium used to be Casico Fieldhouse. So it's like I said again, this is special. The way that the Indiana Fever has hit on in free agency and stuck to what their principles was to bring certain players in is really astronomical. And you can see how everybody was able to brace her, how she was. She's going to, I feel that she's going to help Caitlin in so many ways, elevate her game higher. And she's going to see stuff that Caitlin might not see, and she knows Caitlin young, but she's a phenomenal player, but she's like, hey, I can add something to her game. I can help her see different things. And Sydney is going to be a player, but she's going to also be like a coach from the bench on the floor. That's something that the Indiana Fever didn't have. Yeah, we had Erica Wheeler, but she was one of the joking play all the time. You know what I'm saying? She didn't bring that stern leadership. You know what I'm saying? Because Erica Wheeler, I think she's still young or something. But Sydney, she's done won championships. She's done been in different locker rooms. So she knows what her presence is and how it's going to be. So with that being said, man, I can't say no more about this video. I can't say no more about that interview that Sid did. All I can say is like, comment, subscribe. Until the next episode, Livwire Sports, and I'm out.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Livewire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Livewire. Sports and entertainment. Let's go.